What's up, folks? Monday night video. So, have a nice week to everybody. And this video is all about the 15 and a few more USA punk bands that had the most influence and impact in my life, and other stuff. Alright, I just want to name some bands that I didn't put on the list. The Old Firm Casuals, you got the man Casey from Yafet Koto and the Killers, the Government, I guess. Powerhouse, Earth Dogs. I don't know if he is part of the Earth Dogs, but yeah. And of course Lars Fredriksson from Rancid and the Bastards and Last Resort, Stumper 98. A lot of great bands. I forgot to mention them. Actually, I didn't put on the list. I only discovered Old Firm Casuals a few years ago. So yeah, they had impact, but not so much as the other bands in here on that list. Other bands, Violent Way, Annoy Band. So yeah, shout out to them. Liberty and Justice, also. Bullshit Detector, Lost Legion from Chicago, and yeah, Offspring, of course. Blink-182, I didn't mention them. And yeah, I guess this is it. This were some of the names that I didn't include on this USA list for the bands that influenced me the most. So yeah, on number 15 we've got the Adolescents. Also, just one more band, Bad Brains. I didn't include them. I have a Bad Brains tattoo. It says band in DC. Yeah, right. Number 15, the Adolescents. Man, I found out about the Adolescents on the Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtrack. I don't know if it's the third. I don't know. I can't remember which one. But yeah, Amoeba, man. It's one of my favorite punk songs ever. And when I was younger, like 10 years ago or 12 years ago, I was more leaned into punk hardcore, that fast punk. And Adolescents always seemed to have the right thing for me, I like the Adolescents a lot. Man, Adolescents have the self-titled it's one of my favorite albums ever. Yeah, on the USA punk scene, yeah, I guess they are up in the at least for me. The Adolescents record it's really well classified. It's a mark on the scene, and it's a cobblestone, and yeah, that's it. They also have Brats in Battalions, Balboa Fun Zone, and yeah, I didn't listen to the newer stuff. Yeah, man, they have an album released on 2023. Cool. I didn't knew, and they have also one from this year. All right, the Adolescents, man. Go check them out. Go listen to the first record, man. It's amazing. It's cool, man. It's hardcore punk. It's fast. On number 14, we have a band called L7, and it's more. I put this band on here after all, they're kind of like Bikini Kill. They're huge names on the riot girl scene, you know. And I know L7 may sound a little bit grunge, you know, and yeah, but I think the attitude of the band is punk as fuck, you know. And yeah, this band, man, have some influence on me, you know, because girls doing their stuff, and it's always good, man, to see girls rocking the stage and fucking shit up while they're having fun, you know. And L7 is all about that. All right, man, you got an 18/8 record from it's L7, you know, and Smell the Magic, Bricks Are Heavy, Hungry for Stink, Slap Happy, man. They have a lot of good albums, man. They yeah, and yeah, I put them on this list. In a matter of fact, I included it on this list because I'm not I don't know a lot of female punk bands, you know. I only know the most famous, I guess, bands, the female punk bands, and you know, L7 kind of made a part of my life in 2012 and 2013, or because I was more into grunge in that era, 2011, I guess, also. And you know, they kind of made me, you know, the attitude always, even the sound always sound a little bit tougher, yeah, than the rest of the grunge, you know. And yeah, I always like the attitude from the girls, and it's really cool. L7 are a great band, and if you never listened to L7, go do yourself a favor and go listen. All right, number 13. Man, I know this is not a punk band, you know. This is psychobilly, godabilly, rockabilly, horror stuff, but they're punk as fuck. And I'm talking about the Cramps, man. The Cramps, man, are really, really good. You know, the first record I listened from them, it was Bad Music for Bad People. Man, great album, man, great album. I love the Cramps, man. I really love the Cramps, man. When you got this, man, tell me, man, look, just listen to the names, and please do yourself a favor and gonna listen to the Cramps if you never listened to the Cramps, man. Songs of Lord Tortoise, amazing record. Psychedelic Jungle, amazing record. Smell of Female, another amazing record. Off to the Bone, Flame Job, Bad Music for Bad People, A Date with Elvis, I don't know how to pronounce this name, Stay Sick, Look Mom, No Head, Big Beat from Badsville, Finds of Dope Island, man. They got a lot of singles, man, and compilations, man. They have a lot of bootlegs, man. This is a great example for a punk band. A lot of bootlegs, great energy on stage. They fuck shit up, you know. This is great, man. I love the Cramps. And the first time I ever listened to them was in 2011. I was searching more goth stuff and punk stuff, and I don't know how I found out the Cramps, man. And they always seemed different from the rest that I was listening to, man. And yeah, I love the Cramps since the first time that I listened, man. When I heard You Ain't No Punk, You Punk, man, and I was a young punk, man, that shit gravitated so much. And the Cramps are amazing, man. Please go listen to the Cramps and all the bands that came from the Cramps, you know, Kid Congo and such. Go listen. All right, number 12, Rancid. I'm not a huge Rancid fan nowadays, you know. I was super fan of Rancid a few years ago. Now I'm more, you know, they still sound good, but they don't sound that good to me now, you know. They're cool, but no, that's not my cup of tea. Now, man, the first three records, Rancid, Let's Go, and Out Come the Wolves, are three masterpieces, man. I really like the records. These are my favorite records from Rancid, you know. It's punk rock, it's a lot of ska influenced, and yeah, you know, it's, I don't know, man. You can listen to them Tim Armstrong voice, you can listen to them Lars voice, man. It's really cool. And now they kind of do the thing they wanted to do, you know. They do what they want to do. And you know, when you start doing doing your own stuff without, you know, just caring about what others will say, I guess it's notorious on your sound, man. And yeah, I guess Rancid is in that phase, you know. They play what they want to play. I don't know, man. They're punk, you know. They sound punk, and yeah, that's it. If it's my kind of punk or not, doesn't care, man. I just don't care, because it's still Rancid. It still sounds good. But of course, as always, yeah, you know, that like like a good punk, man, you got to love the first thing the first releases, you know. That's really it, man. The first three albums, man, I just love them. And the last album, I guess I mentioned on one of my videos. Yeah, it's man, it's Rancid, man. It still sounds good. So yeah, if you haven't heard Rancid, go check them out. All right, another band, the number 11. It's a band that I love. It's a band that I saw this year for the first time, and they're called Noise. Cheers, Matt. Hope you like the shout out. All right, I found out about Noise on 2011 by a friend back then. That was Rui, and man, he showed me this record. You know, he showed me the band. They had just released the Pushing On record, and back in the day he downloaded the This Is Who We Are and Pushing On, and yeah, you know, he put he just passed me the pen drive with the records, and I listened. Man, you know, Noise always seemed a lot of different from what I was used to listen, you know. They sound rough, but at the same time their instrumental is not so heavy, you know. It's Matt's voice that sounds a little bit different from the rest, and it's really cool. Now I appreciate it more, you know, because it's just a different voice, you know, man, and it's really cool. Actually, they released in 2014 the record Rising Tide. Man, Rising Tide is also amazing, man. Pushing On, it was released in 2012. Must be one of the records I listened to the most in my entire life since since I moved out my parents' house. I listened to this record at least in the first month. I listened to Pushing On every single day. It was my motivation in here to look for a job and, you know, everyday life. So yeah, it's amazing. They also released The Real Enemy in 2016, and in 2018, The Scars We Hide. Always, man, they always put a lot of themselves in this record, on the records, man, and it's always sounding cool. And you know, yeah, this year they released a single called Liam. It's about the kid, the son from Matt, and I got the chance to see that song live on Blackpool at Rebellion, so it was really cool. I even dropped a tear. Yeah, man, nice, great band. All right, other band that had a great impact on my life. Again, other band that had a great impact on my life, like in 2012 and 13, when I was, you know, more into rough stuff. The Casualties. Man, I loved the Spanish version of On the Front Line. That's one of my favorite records, man, from Casualties. I'm not a super a super hardcore fan of Casualties, man, but en la línea del front, it was amazing, man. Great record, man. Great record. And yeah, I also liked Underground Army and We Are All We Have. I listened to a lot where We Are All We Have. This was a great record, man. And yeah, I don't know, man. The Casualties kinda sounded exactly what I want on that phase of my life, 2012, 2013. Yeah. It's always cool, man. The Casualties is pretty cool. I saw them this year also. All right, I'm gonna give you number 9 and number 8. Circle Jerks and Black Flag. Man, no excuses. Keith Morris and Henry Rollins on vocals. Man, sounds amazing. Keith Morris was on Black Flag as well, and also on Circle Jerks. Great stuff, man. I love Circle Jerks. Circle Jerks I like, you know, Black Flag had more impact in my life because of the hardcore, you know, the hardcore stuff, because, you know, sometimes, man, they changed a lot, you know. Black Flag changed a lot of their sound, you know, and yeah, Circle Jerks kind of remained the same all the time, but man, love them both. Great bands. Love Circle Jerks, never saw them. Love Black Flag, never saw them as well. But yeah, Black Flag and Circle Jerks, man, I love them, man. When I talk about Black Flag, I got to talk about Circle Jerks, and I talk about Black Flag. But yeah, Black Flag kind of impact me more than Circle Jerks. But great bands, man, great bands. Love them. All right, number 7, NoFX. I started listening to NoFX in 2010, I guess, because I was searching for skate punk. And back in the day, I found out the separation between between church and skate. Damn, boy. And I found out the greatest hits from them, from NoFX. Dude, Linoleum, Bob, Sticking in My Eye. Damn. Seeing double at the triple, I don't know. The Idiots Are Taking Over. Man, great songs, man, great songs. Yeah, they even they had an album that features only songs that couldn't made to the record, you know, to an album. And yeah, they have a cover from Last Caress from Misfits, man. NoFX, man. Rest in peace, NoFX, because they ended. And yeah, never saw them, man, but love NoFX, man. I really love NoFX, man, because they put ska on the songs also, and that sounds really cool, man. Man, yeah, I love them, man. Great band. All right, number 6, Dropkick Murphys. You know, I like screamed voices, but I also like people singing. And in Dropkick Murphys, you have that kind of stuff. You have screams, you have people singing. Now they kinda do other kind of punk. You know, they kinda do more, I don't know, acoustic stuff. But back in the day, man, they did some cool stuff. Worker Song for me is an anthem, man. It's one of my favorite songs ever. And of course, Shipping Up to Boston, Johnny I Hardly Knew Ya, Rose Tattoo, The Good Rats, Skinhead on MTBA, I guess. This is a song. Man, they sound really cool, man. Dropkick Murphys, man. That Celtic punk, man. It's always good, man. It's Boston, you know. It's Boston. It's Boston. So you gotta love them, man. Great stuff, man. Great stuff. I have a bootleg shirt from them. It's Hulk and says Dropkick Murphys, and he's breaking the stuff. I love bootleg stuff. So number 5, Bad Religion. Bad Religion was my favorite punk rock band for years, and man, I'm just gonna talk about the records that I really like about Bad Religion, because you have some crazy stuff, man. Suffer, one of my favorite records ever. My top 50 US punk records, man. This has to be on it. Suffer, you have No Control, man. Against the Grain, Generator, Recipe for Hate. Alright, man. Love this record, man. Love this record. The Process of Belief. It starts with a banger. Supersonic, man. Great fucking record. Alright. Now you got The Empire Strikes First. It has Los Angeles is Burning. And All There Is. Social Suicide. Man. And they released a record in 2013 called True North. I was really hoping to see them, to listen to this record, man, because I was listening to Bad Religion a lot on this phase, and then I listened. Yeah, it has Fuck You, True North, good record, man, good record. And yeah, Age of Unreason, it was released on 2019. Yeah, man, it's cool, man. I love Bad Religion, man. They sound cool, and man, I love the voices. I love the vocals, man. I love everything about Bad Religion, man. They sound really cool, man. I love them. Right. I don't talk about this band so much because of what happened with Justin. But number 4, Anti-Flag. I was a huge Anti-Flag fan. They broke up last year, and I didn't talk about that. So let's talk about the good stuff from them. Everything. The music is great. The concerts were great. The attitude on the stage were great. The lyrics, man, fucking love it. I became more political because of them, and the band is on number 1. I'm gonna mention, man. Anti-Flag is really cool, man. It's if you want to get into punk rock, man, Anti-Flag is a great band too, man. To enter, man. You got my favorite record from Anti-Flag is let me see. Right, man. Let me say, man. You got Die for the Government. Their system doesn't work for you. A New Kind of Army. Mobilize. For Blood and Empire. Man, for Mobilize it has amazing songs. Amazing songs. And alright. It's this one. Okay. Man, you got The People or the Gun, The Bright Lights of America, For Blood and Empire. Man, they got a lot of good stuff, man, on here. They got acoustic records, man. My favorites. Let me see. Man, my favorite record is Underground Network. I guess this is the record. Yeah. Anti-Flag, Underground Network, man. You have great songs, man. Angry Young and Poor, This Machine Kills Fascists, Underground Network, man. You got a lot of good songs on this record. This record, it's not on Spotify, so you got to buy the fucking record, right? And yeah, man, you got more. Man, you got American Spring. American Spring, it has a great song that it's called Sky is Falling. I love that song, man. Sky is Falling is a great song. You have a song with Tim Armstrong from Rancid. And yeah, you got American Fall, 2020 Vision. Yeah, Lies They Tell Our Children was the last it was the last record from them. It was released in 2023. So yeah, Anti-Flag, man. If you're into good old punk rock and, you know, two voices, two vocals on the songs, you gotta check this out. Just insane. Sings more. Chris #2 screams. So yeah. All right. Number 3, Ramones. Man, once a guy in my a guy that lives near the city where I was born, or the village that where I lived my entire life, once said, "If you're a punk and you don't like Ramones, man, you're not punk." And it kind of vibed to me, man, because what Ramones did back there, man, you know, with 1, 2, 3, 4 and just pure plain fast speeding riffs and that attitude, man, long hair, man, everything sounded amazing on Ramones, you know. And it kind of made me want to dream about that, and made me think, man, this is what I want to do with my life. I want to go on stage and just sing. I don't need to be a great singer. I just need to go out there and put everything out, and put my every part of my soul in on that stuff, and it, man, it will turn out good. And yeah, man, Ramones did that. Ramones had a lot of good songs, sorry, man. And you know, you got the self-titled, the Ramones. You got, all right, you got Leave Home, Rocket to Russia, Road to Ruin, End of Century, Pleasant Dreams, Subterranean Jungle, Too Tough to Die, Animal Boy, Halfway to Sanity, Brain Drain, Mondo Bizarro, Acid Eaters, Adios Amigos. Man, Ramones, the self-titled, and Rocket to Russia are my favorite records, man. And Road to Ruin, I love that record. Adios Amigos, it sounds a little bit funny, in a good way, because it sounds a little bit different than what I was expecting for the last Ramones album, you know. But it sounds really cool, man. It has some cool songs on there, you know. And man, The Crusher is a great song. Have a Nice Day, She Talks to Rainbows, man. Great songs on Adios Amigo. It's really cool, man. Ramones kind of influenced everything around You know, they're still legends, and I know it's oversold, the fucking t-shirts with Ramones logo, but man, you know, if you, man, imagine if someone passed by that logo and, man, let me Google what Ramones is, and he becomes a fan, man, welcome to the punk scene. You will enjoy it, I promise you. And that's it, man. I bought my first Ramones shirt, and it's still the same. I haven't bought any other Ramones shirt on 2011, so yeah, it's still there. I still have it in here. So yeah, Ramones are amazing, man. Ramones are amazing. And now I'm talking about the Ramones, I'm gonna put out the second band, the band number 2, Misfits. Man, I love Glenn Danzig. I love Mitchell Graves. I'm not so fan of Jerry Only on the vocals, but man, the first works, or the first things that Misfits had with Danzig on the vocals, man, it sounds really tough. It sounds really cool, man. You know, Walk Among Us is a great record. Earth AD, it sounds a little bit tough, you know, it's more heavy. It sounds a lot metal to me, but that is cool, you know, that is really cool. Legacy of Brutality, Static Age, man, Static Age cover is amazing, and you have some great songs. Hybrid Moments, Teenage from Mars, Attitude, Bullet, you know. American Psycho, it was the first full-length Misfits that I ever listened to. Of course, I started with Mitchell Graves, and then I went to listen to the Danzig stuff. It kind of, I liked more the Danzig stuff back in the day, but you know, American Psycho was a really good record, at least for me. Famous Monsters I didn't like so much, but you know, American Psycho is really cool. Project 1950, it sounds cool as well. 50 horror punk covers of 50 songs. So yeah, it's cool. Devil's Rain, I didn't like that record. And Dead Alive, okay. I'm just gonna talk about the good stuff, man. Misfits, man, they sound really cool, man. They sound really cool. And yeah, Mitchell Graves and Danzig kinda made me an happy teenager back in the day. So just a heads up, it's the bands that had more impact on my life. I'm not saying the band I'm going to name, it's a better US punk band, because that's not true. And it's just, man, this band has had a lot of impact on my life. And the band is called Rise Against. Tim McIlrath birthday was yesterday, so yeah. Cheers, mate. Happy birthday. I stretched my ears because of Tim McIlrath back in the day, because I was really a Rise Against fan. I'm vegan. I kind of leaned toward vegetarianism back in the day because of Tim McIlrath and Rise Against. You know, the ecology part of the, you know, I became more aware of the environment through this band. Man, you know, I got into the politics stuff because of Rise Against and Anti-Flag, man. You know, and it kind of, man, I just started to listen to Rise Against, and a lot of things made more sense, you know. Man, you got Rise Against always sounded just what I wanted to listen, because you got a voice, you know, and Tim McElrath is your voice for so many stuff, you know. Man, you got to RPM 10, Siren Song of the Counterculture, The Unrevealing, The Suffer and the Witness, Appeal to Reason, Endgame, The Black Market, Wolves, Nowhere Generation, man. For me, Siren Song of the Counterculture, you have State of Union, The First Drop, Paper Wings. I got the fucking Paper Wings tattoo, man. Here. You know? It was the first punk song that I ever listened to, man, on a parkour video. So, yeah. You got Anywhere But Here, Give It All, that was on the Need for Speed Underground 2 soundtrack, Swing Life Away. Man, great record. Then Revealing, you got Stained Glass and Marble, Weight of Time, The Art of Losing, man, The Sufferer and the Witness, Injection, Ready to Fall, Prayer of the Refugee, Survive, man, The Good Left Undone, man, great record, man. And maybe the record that I like the most, that is my favorite record, man, from them, Appeal to Reason, Collapse, Long Forgotten Sons, Re-Education Through Labor, The Dirty Whispered, Cut Off Syndrome, From Heads Unworthy, The Strength to Go On, Audience of One, Entertainment, Hero of War, Savior, Hairline Fracture, Whereabouts Unknown, man, Effective Amnesia. And one of the records that had most influence on my life back in the day, it was Endgame, you know. This album kinda was my soundtrack in an era that I was shifting to being more to be more activist on the environment stuff, you know, and I kind of gravitated more to Earth Liberation Front back in the day, and you know, I was more activist, tree activist, you know. I was really, yeah, I was really, you know, activist on that kind of stuff. It was different back in the day, at least for me. Activism on today is more digital. I don't know. I'm getting loose here. Yeah, man. And Endgame, it has a lot of good songs, man. Architects, Help Is on the Way, Make It Stop, Disparity by Design, Satellites, Broken Mirrors, Wait for Me, man. This is great, man. Rise Against is my, you know, it's one of my favorite bands ever, man. I love Rise Against, man, and that's it, man. If you're into political US punk bands, man, Rise Against is a cool band to start if you want to start. And that's it. It's a long video, sorry, but that's really it. Have a nice night. Like the video, comment, subscribe, and all of that stuff. Hope to see you soon again. And sorry, I know I talk a lot of shit, but yeah, it's cool. See you, folks.